you going to start it then?
I just have no, yeah.
Alright, so, what are you talking about?
Weather, man, it's so hot today. It's just fucking weather.
Ah, shit, the weather, you know,
What's the
is...
deal with this weather?
Yo, it was pouring down all day today, and it was great, and it was like that heavy rain.
Hmm.
You know, it wasn't particularly...
What
There wasn't a particularly lot of rain, but it was heavy.
was it? The rain of like, come chill and listen to heavy rain. Study
Yeah,
with me.
it was like violently heavy. I thought that someone was like pouring like you hear the you know, if you pour a bottle of water down on the floor or something like that, and you hear that slapping on the floor.
Yeah.
It was that noise. It wasn't particularly heavy rain, as in like it was hard raining. It was just like heavy rain, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not
And it
exactly hail,
was
but not exactly rain either.
no, it wasn't hail at all.
No, I know. That's why I said not exactly.
But like when I say heavy rain, I mean like it was like the water drops themselves weighed a lot.
Mama said heavy rain. Chocolate
Like
rain.
it
Oh
was
my
like a
god, that's fucking
physically heavy
nostalgia.
rain. Chocolate rain. Do 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 do.
Chocolate
Yeah, it was like
rain. Wonder
yeah,
if
it was
that
like
guy still
aggressive
does
rain. That's
content.
the best way. Yeah, he does. It was
I haven't
like
seen any of his
aggressive rain.
stuff.
That's the best way I can say it.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, what the fuck is that noise? When I first heard it, because I was like, whoa, because it wasn't even cloudy outside.
Oh,
But then all of a sudden,
you got those sun tears, I see.
it was like violently raining.
Yeah, yeah,
And it just came out of the blue, and I looked out the window, I'm like, what the fuck? And everything was drenched. Like,
yeah.
immediately drenched. I was like, well, I'm gonna go sit outside, and I went out and sat on my bench in the garden, and just got soaked within like
What?
5
You have a
seconds.
garden? What?
You
Does such
don't?
thing exist? No. I have like
Poor
lawn,
boy,
but
you
that's
haven't got
pretty
a
much it.
garden.
Yeah. I just have a
That's
shit ton
odd.
of like animals.
Odd.
Not having a garden.
Yeah. Like,
Or are
pretty
we
much
talking
every house in
like
the UK has a garden.
garden, or are we talking like just lawn?
Like,
And I had to say
backyard
that
garden.
with no accent at all.
Like,
And that was a
backyard
struggle.
garden.
Oh yeah, no, we don't have that. We just have lawn.
Yeah, that's very weird. Like, everywhere in the UK has a garden. Like, mostly.
It's like the what is it? I think it's the US dream where like everyone wants to own a house and everyone's like, yeah, everyone else is like, yeah, I'll chill at my parents' place. I would, I see nothing wrong with that. Or I'll get an apartment type thing, you know?
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, I was over that. Screw you, game. But it was just like aggressive rain, and I was in for it.
Mhm.
I was so fucking wet. I was only outside for like 5
Did
seconds,
you
but I
did you
was
just
like
go to
to
a
the
water
bone
park?
wet. I was like to the fucking bone wet,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And it was like very refreshing,
Yeah.
and I quite enjoyed it.
Just talk about the fucking weather for an episode. A week
The
late and
weather
just
report.
weather.
God damn it. Yeah, the weather report. But yeah,
The
it
weather
was
report.
very pleasant because it's
The
been
weather today of
disgustingly hot over here.
what month are we in? July, right?
I don't know.
Whatever
It,
today is,
we're in one of the
we couldn't
months.
tell you because, we stay inside. Fuck being outside.
It's got nothing to do with being inside. I live in a completely different
It is
reality.
too hot to be
Yeah.
outside.
Like, we've got a different type of heat to you guys.
Hmm.
Like, we have, like, aggressive heat. Like, you guys see our weather and you're just like, oh, it's only like 40 degrees, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. Like,
Uh,
this is breaking world records, like, for the UK. Give me a sec while I do the translation.
quick calculations. 40 degrees.
Degrees
95.
to
95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Taking a guess. I mean, I
Cause,
did my factors of
'cause
7
it's
square diameter of
104.
triangle.
'Cause it's
I,
104.
I, I was close.
Yeah,
Close enough.
but yeah, but like, places like Texas and all that sort of stuff, they're just like, oh, you wuss. Like, how can you? It's regularly that hot over here and shit like that. I'm like, no.
That is vaguely true.
I'm like, no. Like, until you've felt British heat,
Hmm.
you do not know what it is to be uncomfortable.
Is it just in the Sahara?
It's nothing to do with like being in the Sahara. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like
It's just hot.
you ever seen like the like Russian mobsters in like movies where it's like th- th- they're like fully torturing someone and like
Hmm.
they're viciously aggressive
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like you
Of course,
really
I live
wouldn't
in the
want to be in
U.S.
that
That's
situation.
almost every movie.
Or like you see like people come up to you in the middle of the street and like full on like try and mug you or something like that. I feel like the sun's trying to mug us. That's how aggressive British heat is.
Fair enough.
It's extremely uncomfortable.
USC is just, I'll kill you eventually.
No, and especially because of British weather, because like the majority of the time it's cloudy.
Hmm.
We like it cloudy over here.
Yeah.
It's nice. But then British people are always like, oh, I'd love it to be hot outside. I'm like, fuck off. Do you not
Hmm.
remember last time?
Yeah.
Do you not remember what happened? Do you not remember how many people died? Honor our fallen.
The sun of 1897.
Exactly. Like, every single time it's hot over here, people are complaining, even though all year round, these motherfuckers be all like, oh, I wish it was sunny, I wish it was
Just keep
nice
talking. I'll
outside,
be
all
back.
that sort of stuff. Oh, fuck's sake, Sean. I'm not going to talk. If you leave this in,
I mean, we can
expect
just cut
silence.
it out.
No, you should leave it in, just expect the silence.
Ah, mm.
Just like a whole ass, like, minute of
I mean, we
nothing.
are a week late, so I mean.
This is what you get. Oh, fuck's sake. No, but, yeah, it's just aggressive heat over here.
Hmm.
And, like, they're always fucking complaining. There's always some British bitch complaining, like, I went home warm outside. But no. No, you fucking don't. Because you're the first person to complain about the fucking heat. The moment it gets too fucking hot in here. And I'm like, yeah,
Hold on.
fuck you. You've brought this upon us. You've wrought this, like, horror.
Hmm.
And
Man, I wish the
it's
sun
just
god was a little bit
uncomfortable.
hot today. Ah! Why
Yeah,
is he
that's
so hot?
basically it.
Yeah,
It's basically it.
I
Man,
know
I
those
wish
people
the
too well.
sun, where the sun god was like, yes. And then the moment the sun god comes, because they've praised him too much, and the
Yep.
sun god's ego has become too wild,
Yeah.
they're like,
When the
why has
sun
God
be the
forsaken
sun.
us? You know?
Yep.
And it's just uncomfortable. And our houses aren't built for it either.
Hmm.
Like, people always complain, like, oh, just go inside. Our houses aren't built for that shit.
Yep.
Our houses are meant to keep the warmth in, so it comes to a point where it's cooler outside than it is inside. And, like, the houses become fucking roasting
You got
pots,
an inverted house.
basically.
Yeah.
Because we got bricks and shit. All our houses are made out of brick. Your guys' houses are made out of wood and shit. It's very uncomfortable.
See,
That's the
we have
reason when
ACs. You have A
we
H's.
don't have ACs. We just
You
have
have AHs. Yeah.
You ever, like, open a car door on a particularly hot day and you feel the heat?
Hmm.
That's what it's like going into a British house during a heat wave.
It's just that wave of, oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to sit on this chair because I'm going to get third degree burns.
Yeah. No,
It's
that's not
that.
even the chair. That's the seatbelt. You touch that and you're like you're seared.
Oh no, you've never felt the danger of a leather seat.
No, I have not.
I have black leather seats
Hmm.
in the Jag, which we have. The Jag. Um, and let me tell you, oof, would not recommend. Seriously, would not recommend. Just, just don't leather anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's, it's hot. It's not hot. It's hot. You know,
We talking some Western heat.
we talking some like. I swear to God, you crack an egg on it and it will fry.
Hmm.
Like, there is no doubt in my mind. Because there are stories of people having full-blown third-degree burns from, like, being on these seats.
Hmm.
And, like, it's just not
I
a
didn't.
good situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just violent uh-oh, basically.
I didn't qualify.
Well, GG.
Well, maybe. Keep going.
But, yeah.
Podcast sake, we're playing Fall Guys because we don't have a studio or anything, so we have to load up a game to be able to record.
Well, we don't, actually.
I do. That's how it works on a PlayStation.
I mean, I'm on PlayStation.
Well, then you'd know
I can record
without a game.
without loading the game. Yeah.
All right, close the game right now and record.
No, because I'm not recording. You are.
Ah, it
So
don't
shut
matter.
the
You can
fuck
still
up.
do it.
No.
You just won't prove my point.
I mean, all I have to do is go into Capture Gallery.
Mhm.
You can record it in Capture Gallery. It's not a game.
Mhm.
You can literally stream you editing
No,
on
I know that.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not a game. So shut the fuck up.
I mean, it is.
Semantics. Shut the fuck up.
It's an app. Same thing.
No, it's not. That's like me saying Facebook is a game. I mean, yeah, I play it like a game. I fuck with people on
Do you
Facebook.
not have Facebook Marketplace of see what you can find? That's a pretty good game.
Yeah, but like, I prefer looking on eBay because I've seen some fucked things on eBay.
Mhm.
It like, to be honest with you,
Oh,
no.
I thought of a topic, right? And I had this one brewing since like what's the day? Monday? Since like Friday maybe. Right?
Right.
It's gonna be a little hot take,
So,
depending on where we take this.
so it's like in a crock pot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like a slow
What?
cooker.
Okay, so context. I started watching Lucifer again. It's on Netflix. Whatever. All right, not sponsored. Fuck you. Uh, but
Was that fuck you to them or Netflix?
no, just for just
Both.
in general. Yeah, both for everyone. But
Right, go on.
like in one of the episodes in season 5, I think.
Yes.
God comes down to Earth and he's like, "Hey, stop fighting," you know, all that nonsense. And
And you nuke God in the face.
yeah, yeah. And the next episode, he takes away his powers and he becomes like a normal man, right?
Yes.
My mind went, well, is he still God? Because I mean, well, actually, what makes God? And I
I
left it
feel
there and I had to save it.
I feel like I've been asked a stupid question.
Yep.
Of course he's still God. He's just not omnipotent anymore.
Mhm.
If he's taken away the powers. Because that's like me saying, take away my job. Am I still me? Of course I'm still me.
Well,
I just don't have the job which I had prior. I can get another job. It's still my name.
what are
It's
the
still who I
qualifications
am.
of God?
Well, it's just being God. God in itself isn't a qualification. God is is essentially his name. Well, it's not, but it is at the same time. Like it it's one of those sorts of things. God in itself isn't really a thing, if you get what I mean. Like, if the character has come down and he is God,
Wait, hold
if
on.
he
Before we get
removes
too
his
far, before we
powers,
get too far into this, I just want to say we're not religious, so we don't give a shit. Or at least I'm
I
not
mean, I got
religious,
my
so I don't
own
give a
religion.
shit.
I'm starting my own religion. Like, all of you can fuck off
Yeah.
or join my religion. Like, plain and simple.
Hey, bro, can I be a founder, bro? Give you IP?
It just fucking turns into what's it called now? Scientology. It just turns into that. It's just, just like you have to pay for tears.
Yeah.
Give me money so you can be a heathen Mach 2 like M1830 attack like tank
Become an attack
chopter.
helicopter.
You're a tank chopter.
You're a
Like
tempter. A tempter?
yes. I mean yeah.
You
But
tempt the hand, give me money to
we're
find
talking.
out.
I'm talking strictly about the show now, rather than the nature of he almighty, you know, all that sort of stuff. If
Yes.
the show has the character of God come down, and he strips himself of those powers, it's actually
Like,
shut the
is
fuck
he
up. There's
God
actually a
until that
paradox.
point, and then can he become back as God? Because if,
Yeah, there's actually.
based on
You
the
just
show,
reminded me of the God paradox.
yeah, based on the show, like,
Essentially,
he's
if God
just a
is
man at that point.
almighty, if God is almighty, would he be able to remove his own powers? And if he was able to remove his own powers, would he be able to give them all back to himself? Is essentially how it goes. Like this is an
Yeah,
extreme oversimplification
even in the
of this.
show, he had to put them inside of an object just to get them back. So I'd imagine that would be the case. But even then, he doesn't have the powers to get them back. So I was like, that doesn't really make any sense, you know?
Well, he can break the object. He'll just
No,
give
he
them
didn't break it.
back.
He just grabbed it and went, all right, I have powers now. Which I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
You know, that just reminded me of the conch from SpongeBob.
The great gun.
The conch knows all.
Now I have courage in my
Can
head.
I have
Return the
some food? Let's
slug.
listen to the conch. No.
No. No. May I have some
The
food?
fuck?
No.
No. May I please have some food? No.
No.
It's great. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but essentially he's still God because that's his name. He doesn't actually have a physical name. I mean, unless they actually gave him the character name Jehovah or whatever it is, the Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, Jehovah's the name.
What is a
Yeah.
how
I mean,
how how
technically
far do you want
Jesus
to
is God.
delve into
Yeah, I'm not delving into anything. I might be delving into something, but I'm not delving. I'm not a dwarf. I wish I was a dwarf, because dwarfs are awesome. You know, I could, like, hammer so much shit. Like, just give me metal and a hammer and I'll be a dwarf. It'd be
digging a
great.
hole?
Yes, diggy diggy hole.
Yeah.
That's a reference for someone.
Possibly.
Yeah, it really is one of those situations, but as I was saying earlier on, I'd forgotten what I was saying. What was we talking about before you brought this up?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter, shut the fuck up. So, I'm buying a bunch of DSs.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be modding them into DS macros. Which it's not even a DS at that point. It's essentially they call them Game Boy macros. It's been a mod which has been around since like the earliest version of DS, you know, the Fat Boy DS, which I think is the one that works the best
Since
when it
long
comes to a
ago.
DS macro. Because it's very centered and it looks like it could still be a console if you remove the screen off of it. You know, fly it down, remove the hinge and all that sort of stuff. But I'm building them. I'm gonna mod them up, you know, all that sort of goodness. And yeah, mainly because I'm bored. I'm gonna sell them, obviously. So link to our
Allegedly.
merch store.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No, I'm going to sell them. There is
Uh,
nothing alleged about this. I mean, there's the. I mean, I'm going to attempt to
I
sell
mean,
them
is the
at
copyright
least.
still there or no?
No, there is no
Oh, then
copyright. I'm
yeah, go
just
ahead. Yeah, yeah,
modifying
yeah, yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
that
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
own. There is no. You can't fucking copyright a mod unless
I
I
mean,
was physically
you
jailbreaking their system
you
and
can sue.
making. No, you can't because I'm not selling it as a new product. It's a
Mhm.
mod. It's still a DS.
Mhm.
It's just been the top screen's been obliterated. It's upcycling it essentially. But yeah, turn it into a DS macro, which is the name they use because Game Boy had a Game Boy macro, a
Mhm.
micro, which was the smaller Game Boy. It was fucking tiny. Um, they're brilliant. They're stupid looking, but they're brilliant.
I
It
need to
looks
get
like
a
a little
Game
bow
Boy again.
tie.
I don't know where mine is. I think it got snapped in half, and it's like I don't have one anymore, or it's in my garage somewhere, buried.
Look for it. We can use a link cable and shit. Just get a really long link cable. I'll post you the one end of it,
Mhm.
and then you plug it in. I'll keep one end myself. You know.
We
Just
can
fucking
wrap it around the world. Be the new
exactly.
world
It'd be
serpent.
great. It'd be fucking great. It'd be a great trip hazard. We can like tug on it occasionally and see if we feel anyone fall over it.
Yeah.
Um.
Get a few
Yeah, but
vehicles just to fucking what is it? Flip. Make it out of like vibranium or something.
exactly. But essentially like. Because I'm going to be modding a couple of Game Boy Advances as well into the flat case ones.
Uh-huh.
Because I really want one. Just plain simple. I mean, it's mildly expensive, but I need to gain some funds to do that.
Yep.
So I'm buying a whole fuck ton of like busted up DSs, which I'm going to be upcycling essentially, repairing a few of them should the parts be
Is that why you sent me that message
repairable.
that like, hey, you lend me some money, I'll pay you back if I can get this
No,
product?
I didn't say lend me some money.
Well,
I was
whatever.
saying, could you
I don't
purchase
remember.
something for me? Because
Well,
essentially
yeah.
it's a USB-C mod
Uh-huh.
for a Game Boy. Uh, and I wanted USB-C on my Game Boy.
Mhm.
I'm just going to use a normal USB-C port, breakout board and just modify it to work instead. But it thing is, it would, I just can't buy it over here.
Mhm.
Is the problem because he hasn't restocked his store. Literally, the guy says I restock my store occasionally,
Uh-huh.
rarely, essentially, and so I don't know when he'll have it in stock. And
Uh.
I can't be fucked to wait.
Yeah.
So it was either have you order it for me on Amazon in your American thing and have it sent to me from you, or otherwise. Because I don't get why Amazon doesn't just sell things all over the fucking world. Because they are a global company after all. I'm sure Amazon can sort
Are
out
you telling me
logistics
I
and
can
ship it.
ship my products to Africa?
Yes. Um, you know, I keep going like I should probably set up like a trade thing with someone. Someone like sends me American shit and I send them back British shit.
Mhm.
But then I go, I don't want American shit. You know?
Yeah, it'd be pretty smelly.
Yeah, it would. Indeed.
Mhm.
But no, I'm talking about like candy
I
and
got
all
it.
that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
I got it.
No, I'm
Our
clarifying
candy,
for the
there
morons who
is
watch.
no like Texas candy. It's all like Canadian or Mexican candy.
Yeah, I know, but like, America's candy's very all over America. But
We we got licorice and that's basically it.
I don't think I don't think licorice is American.
I don't know.
But yeah, I there's not much variety. But like, but I can buy American
You
candy
can
if you.
buy spicy, sweet, or blend. That's it, basically. That's the
I
range
don't
you
like
have.
licorice. It tastes like ass.
Mm.
Um, strawberry sticks now. That's what I'm in for. No, but I can just buy American candy from a local American store. I mean, yeah, it's fucking expensive, but like, to be fair, I'm not going to be buying it often.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I might try it, but like, I'll be honest, like, a lot of your
I'll
stuff just tastes like sugar
I'll
to me.
I'll give it a go.
Like, heavily artificial. Like, you'll fucking love our candy. Because it tastes like fucking yeah, it tastes like something.
What
You know,
is the
but like,
proper taste of a candy?
well, if it's strawberry flavored candy, it should taste like strawberries. It
Right.
shouldn't taste like the most artificial thing that has ever fucking existed. But
Mhm.
then again, apparently strawberries don't have a taste, according to the internet. But I've tasted strawberries, and I know they have a fucking taste. Because, like, everyone was going around, oh, well, wow, it don't actually taste like something. Because they're buying strawberries and shit, testing this.
Mhm.
And, like, my mother had brought back strawberries. I'm like, fuck it,
Was
I'm
it
gonna go
just a
eat a strawberry.
massive, not pareidolia effect? What's the one I'm thinking of?
Mandela
Like,
effect?
no. Where you like
Placebo?
back then, yeah, placebo, where like medics would give sugar pills and people would be like, oh yeah, this tastes like it's hot or it's cold, and the brain would be affected, even though
I'm
it's nothing.
assuming so. But, like, I know for a fact strawberries tasted like something, so it could be a placebo effect that I imagine strawberries tasted like something. But, like,
Mhm.
the whole point was they said, oh, strawberries don't taste like anything.
I mean,
And that's the reason strawberry flavored sweets technically don't taste like strawberries. But I know for a fact strawberries taste like something. Now I went out and I ate a strawberry and it didn't taste anything like a strawberry sweet. Or candy as you Americans call it.
if strawberries
So
don't taste
it
like
just
anything,
tasted
they
like an
should
actual
taste
strawberry.
like strawberries.
Exactly. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. All I'm thinking about is Willy Wonka now. But that's what I was saying. Like, it was like the is this dress blue or gold or whatever the fuck it was.
It's blue and
There was
black.
actually two dresses.
Oh.
There was
I've
actually
only
two
seen the blue
dresses
and
that were
black one.
circulating the internet, and
Do
everyone
do
was like, "Oh
mushrooms have a
no."
taste?
Yeah, I don't like
They have a
mushrooms.
smell.
I don't like the smell of fried mushrooms. It like turns my stomach
What
like
about
hard.
fried onions?
I don't mind the
Not
smell of
fried
fried
onions.
onions.
Not charred. What? Yeah, fried onions. Never mind.
I don't mind the smell of fried onions. But like, the smell of fried mushrooms just turns my stomach. I
The
don't know
smell
why.
of wet
It just like
dog is pretty
violently
bad.
it just like violently puts me off.
Hmm.
What did you say? What smells bad?
Wet dog.
Fried wet dog.
No, just wet dog. What?
Because
I
you said
just said
fried,
wet.
and I was like, 1 second. We're talking about the fucking smell of fried stuff. You know, motherfucker frying his wet dog to dry him off.
Everyone knows that a wet dog can give a lot of leeway when trying to dry him off. We all know this.
No, but yeah, I don't like the smell of frying mushrooms. I
Hmm.
don't know what. It smells just so fucking bad. But everyone's like, "Oh, I like the smell of mushrooms." I'm like, "No, you fucking don't." I refuse to believe anyone actually likes the smell of fried mushrooms.
Hmm.
Just plain and simple. I refuse. They are fucking lying to themselves, and they're attempting to deceive all of us. It's like they're trying to impress us. Like that one kid who drinks some alcohol and acts like he really likes it, but you know for a fact by his face he really fucking doesn't.
Trying to be one of the cool kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like mushrooms are. They're just people trying to be one of the cool kids, but they're fucking not.
Oh, hey guys, I'll do that. Hell yeah, I'll get on I'll go down the metal slide. Oh my
Even though it's
fucking
fucking
god.
scorching hot
The
outside and they just
metal
fucking burn the
slide
skin off of it.
was you know,
That
if
was
I'm
a
gonna be,
fucking
I
weapon.
used to
That was a
wear
fucking weapon.
shorts to school back in elementary, and once I met that metal slide after a month, nothing but pants, and I haven't changed. I'm still
Well,
in those pants.
I never changed out of them. They're like quarter lengths now.
Yeah.
They're up to my fucking knees.
Yeah.
I can't get them off. It's cutting off circulation. It's becoming a problem. No,
Those.
no, I understand, but yeah. Those motherfuckers were a weapon. I seen a
Yeah.
video once of someone literally frying an egg on one.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Torture 2023. Metal slides that have been out in the sun all day.
Have you ever been on one while it was wet? My mate, a friend of mine,
No.
his name was Harry,
Mhm.
and it was a particularly long one we seen across the street. And I went, yeah, because it was mildly raining. I went, I dare you to go down that slide.
Mhm.
And he went, okay. He fucking climbed up the steps because it was on some sort of mound thing, and it was like a good like foot or
Mhm.
like no, actually, it was probably about 2 meters of
Like it had its own foundation, basically.
yeah, there was like a good 2 meters of like you know that soft stuff they put on kids parks.
Mhm. Which, like, if
Well,
you hit it,
right
it's
at the
hard as
end of it,
fuck. But if you step on it, it's like
yeah, it's kind of
it's good.
soft and
Yeah,
squishy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and then there was grass after that. It was like about 2 meters, so like about 6 foot of
Mhm.
like that, and then grass. He went down it, and you ever see that like moment of horror on someone's face of
Like
like,
they've just
oh
shit
shit,
themselves.
I shouldn't have done this, and it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
instant. It was instant. And I see him try and turn over and grab the slide, but he couldn't grab the slide. There was no grip. It was raining a little bit, but like not enough to be completely wet, but it was enough to lubricate that slide perfectly. And he's come off of it like fucking Mach 10 entire time. I've seen horror on his face. He's skipped the entire soft part of the ground. You know, the
Oh,
bottom bit. Like, this is
yeah.
like 6 foot he's gone flying. And hit straight into the grass and smacked up against the bars of the fence,
Oh.
fence that hold it in. And I've lost it. I'm fucking screeching on the floor. Like, full violent laughing. He is just like basically dead on the floor over there. He's fucking. After I'd finished laughing for like a good half an hour, he's still lying on the floor. Like, I didn't check. Like, he could have been dead. He
My
could have been
man's dead, and you're
completely
just
dead.
over here losing your shit.
Like, he could have been completely dead. And I
Yeah.
walked over. Like, he was small as well. He was like kind of short. He was like at most like 4'9", 5 foot, like something like that. So he went flying fast for that speed. he he was not tall.
Mhm.
Like he was just above my chest. And like I walked up to, he's just fucking lying on the floor, stunned. Like it was like he was still fucking like, deer in the headlights. I've just like I've just like kind of like poked him, and he's like come back around, and like I've just looked
You
at him and said,
turned
"You
them back
okay?"
on.
I said, "Are you okay?" He says, "No, I'm in immense amounts of pain." I fucking lost it again. I had to literally pick him up and carry him to the bus stop.
Mhm.
No, he got on the bus, and he just kind of like stumbled off of it when he actually like got to his spot, and like he genuinely wasn't in for like the next 2, 3 days. Man must have been suffering. That's how fast he came up. It must have like done some serious damage, and I was just violently laughing at him for like 30 minutes.
Mhm.
He came back absolutely bruised. It was great. Even thinking about it now just puts a massive smile on my face. Like the ones that kind of hurt.
Mhm.
You know the ones? Ah, good times. Most of my best memories are of people suffering.
Yeah. People just getting hurt.
Exactly. I'm a sadistic bastard.
Mhm.
Like, it just violently amuses me. Like the time my friend, now me and his brother were sitting in my car, back, we was on his dirt bike.
Yep.
He was just doing circles, getting used to his bike. And this was not in our back garden, but just above, because we had a big field, but like it was a hill, and it flattened out for the road bit, which was going to the back of the house. It was all dirt, and we told him, Do not rev the engine while coming downhill. Ride the clutch, pull the clutch in.
Oh
This
no.
fucker, as he was coming down the hill, fucking pulls back the throttle, goes flying down this fucking hill. Now he's going real fucking quick. Goes straight into the side of one of his family friends' Mondeos, which is a car. I don't remember. You've got a different name for it. And you just see him flop over it. Like he doesn't flip over the actual thing. He just kind of like flops into it.
Mhm.
And
My man ride
me and
dog
his brother
basically.
just, yeah, essentially. Essentially a massive fucking dent in the side of the car,
Mm.
and just violent laughter. Like me and his brother just erupts into violent laughter. We didn't go out and check on him, obviously, because we didn't give a shit. We were
Yeah.
just fucking violently laughing at his expense. That motherfucker was hurt. I mean, not enough for it to be like, anything
Not
serious,
enough to concern, but it's funny as
but
fuck.
like enough that it was fucking hilarious. And like,
Yeah.
he's the type of person who gets real fucking salty
Mhm.
if you like laugh at him if he gets hurt,
Mhm.
and like I was violently laughing at him, and so was his brother. So you can kind of like understand the kind of like salty he was, you know.
Yeah.
It was immensely amusing. It was great. Like honestly, best memories is of people fucking hurting themselves.
Mhm.
Usually my close friends. I remember a time he came off of his bike and I just violently laughed at him, and he got really fucking salty,
Yeah.
like really annoyed at me, and like he kicked off at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but it was fucking funny. I fucking love it.
It's like I know that too well because yesterday it was my uh grandmother's birthday and I was outside chilling with
Did your
some
grandma fall
family.
over? Because I would have laughed at
No, no,
that
no, no,
too.
no, 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 no. It wasn't my grandma. She was inside, but my uncle was outside, and obviously he's had a little bit too many. And there were like these plastic, like $2 chairs you get from Target, not even Walmart, like the high quality ones.
Right,
He
right.
sits down on it. I look away for a split second. I look back, and his leg and arm is just in the air because he's fallen over, and everyone's just laughing at him.
It reminds me of
Like
the
there was
time,
no
like,
sound or anything. He was just
someone,
on the ground in no time.
one of my friends tried to like, pull the chair out from underneath me.
Uh huh.
And like I did that, you seen that meme where that one kid just like fucking, you know, zeroes it out, like he just fucking, I don't know how to explain it. He just kind of like hovers there.
Yep.
Well, I did that, and this shit like, oh no, I'm being zoomed around. Um, and like they looked at me as
The
if like
level of
I just
amazement.
performed of like a magic trick.
Yeah.
And like the moment I had my opportunity, I pulled it out from underneath them, and they've just like full blown like, they've just like full blown like dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen someone eat shit so fucking hard in my life. Because they've like knocked over tables and everything. You ever see someone fall in slow motion?
Yeah.
It was that essentially.
Like any
They,
old person, they just fall very slowly.
yeah, and then act like they've just fucking like been
And they
had
do
their
that
ass beat.
slow fall where they try to stop themselves, but their legs have already given way, so they're just like holding onto a chair or something, going.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like he's grabbed tables, he's fucking thrown. I gotta tell a different story about my nan in a second. Um,
Mhm.
grabs the fucking tables, everything. He's grabbing everything, and he pulls a chair which someone was sitting on, flings the chair back. This
Yep.
fucker's like gone flying off of his chair too, because he was like leaning back on it,
Mhm.
and they've like he's fucking that person's grabbed someone. I fucking started a chain reaction. Like 3 people came off their chairs just because I pulled the chair out from underneath my friend.
Mhm.
And it was like the greatest thing I've ever seen. I heard that music, the Mozart's Third Symphony, just like, you know, playing, and I was just like enjoying the chaos.
Yeah.
It was It was glorious. But as I was saying, I needed to tell a story about my nan. She was coming down the stairs one day. No, I'm watching her the entire fucking time. Like, I have my eyes, on her. And
As you
then
should.
I've watched
If
her.
an old lady is going downstairs, you should watch her, just in case she
I
falls.
watched her slowly sit down and then stomp her feet and try to say that she fell down the stairs.
Huh?
My nan is what you call a sympathy whore.
Okay.
Now, I've watched her do this.
Mhm.
My mother's come out of her room to like see what's going on, and then she's just acted like she's just like, you've seen the ads where it's like, I'm falling, I can't get up, a fucking arm over her head, everything,
Yeah.
damsel in distress and all that. Like, you didn't fall down the stairs. I've just watched you sit down and stamp your feet. No, I didn't. I've just fallen down 3 flights of stairs. No, you fucking didn't. We've only got 1 flight of stairs. I've just fallen down like 3 of these steps. No, you fucking
If
didn't.
you're gonna fall down the stairs, at least fall down the stairs.
I know, like.
Like out of boredom, I would
watched
send
her
myself
physically
flying
lower her.
down a set of
Yeah,
stairs.
genuinely, like the dolphin died from Call
Yeah.
of Duty.
No fall damage. You gotta do it right.
Exactly, but like, I did that when I was a kid, and like, it just didn't hurt me at all. And I thought I was invincible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've watched her physically sit herself down. I've never seen someone sit down so carefully in their life, as if they're trying to act. You're trying to sneak. Like, I've got my eyes locked on her this entire fucking time, wondering what the fuck she's doing. And like, she threw a tantrum because I called her out on it. And like, she's an old child. Well, she is. But not the kind of child where it's like younger heart or anything like that. I'm talking like an old 4-year-old, during the tantrum stages.
Sort of. Are we talking baby on a plane?
I'm talking like, you see the little shitheads who like kick the back of your fucking chair.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you tell them to stop, they'll fucking scream their lungs out.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of kid. Which is the reason I say I want your nan. Because your nan sounds nice. I don't give a shit about,
depends
like,
on which one you meet.
the one who's fucking like trying to like purify the shit out of your house.
Okay, yeah.
Like fucking trying to
we give
keep the
context to
demons
that?
away from you.
Yeah, do I remember the context? Do you remember the context?
I remember the context, but I'm not
What?
giving context.
Uh,
Just because I feel like that's one of the things that should be like mystified in law.
yeah.
I mean, my auntie like tries to fucking purify houses all the fucking time. If you've moved into a house and you haven't had a priest out to purify your house, she will. If she ever comes to visit, she will bring a priest with her to purify your house for you.
Ew.
She brings holy water everywhere she goes. She'll give you a bottle of holy water. You've been disconnected from the server.
Yep, that's what I just got.
Yeah, she'll bring a bottle of holy water and everything.
If I ever meet you, I'd be like, no, this house was it was on a burial ground. There's ghosts here. You can't get rid of them.
She'll purify them anyway.
Just go out of my way.
She'll make sure that they're only good souls. She's highly religious. She's Catholic and she's Irish. So, heavily religious.
Yeah.
So, as they go. Like, Irish people are just violently religious.
Yep.
Especially over here. But, fun fact though. You ever wondered why iron is like mystical?
Tastes weird?
Like,
yes,
iron tastes like blood.
Yep.
And that was the whole reason behind it. Like, the reason they thought that iron had so many powers and it was so fucking, magical and all that sort of stuff was because someone stuck it in their mouth and was like, this shit tastes like my blood. So it must be Earth's blood.
Blood
And
of the ancient ones.
so it must be the blood of Earth,
Yeah.
Mother Gaia.
Mhm.
So of course it's got magical properties.
Magical.
Yes. Yes.
My
Magical
brain would not
properties.
allow me to mess that up.
I've had a few like that. You just physically can't mess it up no matter how hard you try.
Mhm.
But yeah, because it's got magical properties, it's, obviously Earth. It wouldn't taste like oh, I fell off the thing. It wouldn't taste like part of us if it wasn't magical in some form,
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form. And that's the.
I want to say
It's
they came out during Greek ages.
no. It was like Bronze Age. No,
Ah.
early Iron Age. The when they discovered iron,
Yeah.
because obviously it would be Iron Age, like all that sort of stuff, like from Earth. Oh my God, I can't make it over this thing. Um, all that sort of stuff
We
would
have
be
5 minutes left before I have to
magical
reset
stuff.
the recording. Not even five
You want to
minutes, like
just reset
3.
it now?
Uh, yeah. Let me
Fuck
get.
you.
Mhm.
Like I slid down the thing, and instead of going across the gap, my character just fucking dropped like a fucking shit brick.
Yeah. But go on.
So obviously because when it was first discovered, one of them had to shove it in their mouth because obviously human instinct is shove it in my mouth.
Mouth go. Mwah.
Mouth go taste.
Tasty.
Tastes like blood.
Mhm.
And these superstitions are carried on through generations. And what I find also very funny
Mhm.
about horseshoes is that they're only lucky when they're hung up, with essentially in the shape of a U.
Mhm.
Because if they're flipped upside down, all the luck pours out of them,
How does
so they're no longer lucky.
how does that make work?
Oh, that's how it holds the luck. It can't hold any luck if it's upside down because it will all pour out of it.
Okay.
It's all. I love like these sorts of like things because it makes no logical sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should have jumped afterwards. It makes no logical sense, and it's great. I mean, it kind of does at the same time because obviously it's like a cauldron. Obviously, you can't put liquid in a pot if you flip the pot upside down.
I mean, you
You know,
could. It just won't hold.
freeze it. Uh, but well, it's not liquid then, is it?
Oh, it's just liquid with added texture.
Technically, ice is a rock.
Mhm.
No, literally, they were like, oh well, water is technically magma
Yep.
because there are minerals and everything in it. So when it's frozen, it's literally classified as a rock.
Mhm.
It's a crystal,
All right.
which I think is crazy because everyone's like, oh well, because this was one of those stupid internet debates at first, and then scientists were like, wait,
Did it
is it?
win one of those rewards of like making people laugh and then think?
Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
And like they realized, wait a second, these fucking idiots have got something here, and they came out and was like, yeah, it's it's a rock. I'm
It's
like,
a rock.
yes, it's a rock. Yeah. So technically, if you freeze blood into some ice, you can squeeze blood out of a stone, out of a rock.
Mhm.
Now there was a topic which you was going to fucking talk about fucking thin crust pizza. What the fuck do you mean they come cut differently over there?
Huh?
I've been thinking about this since you fucking mentioned it.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
The fuck do you
Uh,
mean? Like, do you
that
like
may
the
have to.
inner pieces or the outer
Um.
pieces?
Uh, I'm not gonna elaborate.
No, you have to. You
No.
fucking told me we're gonna keep it for the fucking thing, and I want to fucking know.
It's just
Because I don't
I
understand what you mean.
I, I hey, are you a inner or outer thin crust pizza? Like, if you had to take a piece of a thin crust pizza, what piece are you taking? The inner parts or the outer? See, it's just like a it it's cut differently. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it's still cut over here. The pizza is all cut the fucking same. You have a
That's
circular pizza and
that's
it's cut into
that's
slices.
that's awful. We have
Of fucking triangle slices,
that's
and you get every single part. No, your father was like the outside for the crunch and the inside for whatever the fuck he said. I
yeah,
wasn't
because it's
listening.
cut differently.
No, why the fuck wouldn't you have it all? Because that way you can enjoy every part of it. Shut the fuck
Because
up. I don't get why
it's
your shit is cut
more
different.
enjoyable if it's cut the way it's cut.
Not really.
It is. You wouldn't understand because you
No.
don't have
If you
differently cut
don't like the
pizza.
crust, don't eat the fucking
Well, that's
crust.
why I'm saying you eat the inner part.
Yeah, but we don't cut it different.
But that's why you cut it different because people just don't want the crust.
The fuck you mean? If people don't want the crust, they just don't fucking eat it. You
How would you explain
Americans,
thin crust
like
pizza?
have reached. You Americans
Huh?
have reached the
How
point
would you explain
of
thin
like.
crust pizza? Now, how would you explain that it's cut? It's cut. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's cut into squares. It's just
It's genuinely the stupidest
it's
thing I've ever.
more
No, it's not
enjoyable
more
that way.
anything.
It is
You
though.
guys are so like
It really is.
spoiled and entitled. You're like that kid who won't eat a sandwich unless the crust isn't cut
Hey
off.
man, I'd eat a sandwich.
No, I'm talking about if the crust isn't cut off. Like you Americans in general are like that kid who won't eat a
We
sandwich if
didn't
the crust
ask for
isn't
it to
cut
be
off.
cut squarely. It just happened, and it's better.
No, I reckon
It's just
some
stating
American.
facts.
No, this is not a thing that happens anywhere else except for the USA. So I know for a fact some
Oh, that is
American
definitely true.
gremlin
But still.
threw a tantrum about it and was like, "No, I want mine cut without the crust."
Hmm.
Plain and simple. You did ask. I refused to
Why?
you,
Hold on.
you yourself didn't may not have asked, but one of you fuckers American like most of you American fuckers have asked.
Yep.
Like enough for it to mean a thing has been asked.
It's good and it's better. That's it. Food's already been made, so I guess that's the end of this podcast.
It's not.
Um, we'll try and stay to like a Wednesday-ish schedule, but we are going to be late occasionally.
The only
Anything you
reason we're
wanna?
late this time is because like shit happened.
Yeah.
The the,
Anything you
the
wanna?
fucking draining of like Fall Guys,
The
like
drain of
the drain of Fall
18th.
Guys like fucked me up, and
Yeah.
I still haven't recovered.
For context, we loaded up Fall Guys because we wanted to play something, but Fall Guys just got us ill basically.
Fall Guys gave us a fucking computer virus.
Yeah. But
Fuck this corona. What the fuck Fall Guys doing?
yeah. Anything you want to say before I end it?